this one thing remains the same. Hometown people that are your friends serving you every day to meet your financial needs. We want to see you grow and prosper. And when you ever have a need, you'll get personal attention right here at home, not in some far-off corporate office. Number one in customer service. Apex Bank of Camden, Benton County's best bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Operation 7570 on this last Saturday in the month of November. Trusting that everybody has had a great Thanksgiving, and now we really get ready for Christmas and the New Year's, and lots of activities coming up. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, we hope you'll stay safe and happy and enjoy all the holiday activities. And this morning we're going to be talking about some activities coming up locally that you might want to be aware of and take advantage of as the weeks go by between now and December 25th. And to do that this morning, we have a young lady that works with the Camden Downtown Business Association. She works with a lot of groups and organizations. Katelyn Spivey, how you doing, young lady?
Good morning, Flash. How are you?
Always great to see you.
Yes.
Did you and the Spiveys, the Arnolds, extended family, have a good holiday?
We did. We ate way too much. We're going to continue eating leftovers through Sunday, and it's just been a good weekend.
Fantastic, fantastic. And now we're getting into a busy season. Well, I say that loosely because you're busy. I mean, you finish one event, you're already thinking about the next. When do you ever rest?
Well, I keep saying I keep my plate really full, and I should say no to something, but I don't have anything I want to say no to. I enjoy all of it. It's fun. It keeps me on my toes. It's something that I enjoy, my family enjoys doing, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Growing up in holiday, taking part year after year as a young lady, you're still very much a young lady.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you are. I know that. But what I started to say, but growing up around the Fiddlers activities in April, did that just give you a sense of involvement as you were growing up and coming on up to realize what community events were all about?
It has. I've never known any different. Of course, Christina, Carrie, and I have been pushed in front of people our entire lives by Dad. We'd be in the mountains and be like, okay, go sing, go sing. It really helped us out one time when we lost Carrie in Gatlinburg because people saw us singing outside and knew what group of people she went with. But it was just that involvement in community. I feel like in our community, there's always something to do. And if people want to say otherwise, they need to come talk to me because there is something going on every weekend in our community. And it's things that you can do with your family.
Yeah. Well, this morning we want to focus on holiday activities and some activities and events that the Camden Downtown Business Association and the people in that organization will be involved with. But Katelyn, to get us started, in case people are newcomers, not aware of it, but what is the Camden Downtown Business Association? What's it all about?
Right. So we formed the Camden Downtown Business Association in October of 2018 after Halloween on the Square. It's just a way to encourage people to come uptown to participate in the things that are going on in our downtown area because, for us, that's home. That's all I've ever known. My parents have always had an office on the Square for as long as I can remember. Before that, they were on Main Street in Frank Gordon's building. So, I've been a part of the downtown area, and for me, it's just something that everyone should experience. I've heard so many things about the past, what it used to be like. I know I've heard Flash say, what the Square was like years and years ago. I would love to see that happen again. And slowly but surely it's coming around, that more buildings are filled, more activities are going on or generating and starting from the Square. And we wanted to form something that kind of got people involved on a different level. We're not like a chamber. We are more of just a morale booster for our downtown area.
Now, how many members strong are you right now? And is it exclusive just the business around the Square?
So right now, our Square businesses all make donations. We're just donation based to help with activities that we have on the Square, decorations for Christmas, for fall, things like that. We do have a Facebook page, and that's where we post all of our information about. And one day we hope for that to grow even more as we have more retail options and things on the Square to really promote people to come and hang out with us for the day there. But right now, I don't have the exact number, but anyone that wants to participate in the Downtown Association, it benefits the whole community when you give to an organization that is trying to build up a part of the area of your town.
Now, you mentioned the fact that you run separate, of course, from the Benton County Camden Chamber of Commerce, but you and the folks, Laura and the folks, you work closely together, I'm sure.
Yes, we really work really well together, and Lori and her team are working really hard for things here in Benton County. I talked to her yesterday. I said, I'm going to be on the radio with Flash. What are some things you want me me to talk about, because she's doing a really good job of bringing that morale back to our chamber, getting the community involved, especially with their Shop Local campaign that's going on right now, encouraging people to shop local here at Christmas time.
That was a talking point as well this morning. We'll just go ahead and get into it. The importance of shopping local. Everybody likes to go out of town. I like to go out of town, but shopping local, you help the overall economy.
Yes, you do. I know I made a post a few weeks ago. I was like, 90% of my Christmas shopping is going to be done right here at home. And you can do that. We have so many great local shops. We have antique shops. We have restaurants that offer gift cards. I know everybody likes to eat. You can check off every person in your list right here at home. And it was really good yesterday to be able to go stop at some of the local stores. That's on my plan today. And they're working hard. They're sponsoring our ball teams. They're sponsoring our schools. They're giving to the different events, Angel Tree, Shop with a Cop. It's our businesses that are giving back to those, and we need to support them so they can help support these other things in our community.
I forgot what the formula was, and you might know, being in finances and different things you're involved with, but every time a dollar is spent here in Camden, it turns over X number of times in.
And I've seen the stat before.
Right.
And it's just, it's important to support these people. We want our community to grow, but you've got to support what's here. And that's something I encourage everybody that's out here listening. Take some time today, go to one of our local shops and a local restaurant and spend some time there and let them know how much you appreciate them.
Now, does the Business Association, Camden Downtown Business Association, does it have like a board of directors or a group of officers there?
Yes, we have a group of officers. It's myself, Brandy Conrad, Vicki Whitworth, Andrew Jones, and Sam Hedge are our board. And so Andrew and Sam are new on our board this year, and they've come in right in time for lots of fun with Christmas and fall decorating and Halloween on the square. So we've broke them in good this year.
And Vicki, a few days ago, she, along with other people associated with the association, they were up here to decorate too.
Yes. So the decorations on the square is a joint effort, and it's been the city, the county, and the Downtown Business Association and other individuals that have come together, the work-based learning class at the high school. But, they started putting out decorations, and it was like 60 degrees outside. And when we got to the Christmas tree and the garland, it was like 30. So Andrew and Miss Vicki worked really hard on the tree, getting it put up, and the city still got lights and decoration that are going up. So it's been a joint effort, and it's just been fun to see this all come together.
Now, of course, decorations and anything you want to do, there's some expenses involved. So do you have a budget, or where do funds come from to do some of the things you want to do for the people of Camden?
So like I said, we're donation based, so a lot of the businesses on the square will give money every year to go towards Christmas decorations. Of course, we also have to have insurance if we have an event on the square, so that helps fund our insurance policies for those events. And then the county and city has been so generous to help with fall decorations and Christmas decorations. This year, of course, the city has these gorgeous lights that are up and down Main Street and the Merry Christmas sign, and we've continued that on with the garland that is went around the square. The city has been out there working so hard making sure that's up. We've got new wreaths, we've got new arches, and it's all because the city and the county and us kind of got together and we're like, okay, look, these are some things we're wanting to do, but it's not one person can do it. And so it's been a joint effort by a lot of different people to get this all going.
Now, do our neighboring towns, for instance, maybe Paris, Huntington, our neighboring towns, do they have similar groups like we're talking about today with business associations?
Yeah, Paris does have a downtown business association. I do not think Huntington does. The town of Huntington does a lot of the things that they have going there. And we've looked at these other counties and we're like, okay, we want to be able to do things like that. And we've all just put our heads together and we're watching that come together. And we've heard so much good feedback from our community about the decorations, the lights, and it's been a good feeling to see it all come together.
And I know every year, and you've been associated over there as well, I know our friends over at Huntington, they do outstanding things at different times of the year. They do that Heritage Day, I think, in September each year.
Yes, Heritage Day is a big deal in Huntington, and with Carroll Bank and Trust, we're so involved with that. Of course, our roots are in Carroll County, but we're locally a bank here in Benton County with local ties in so many different ways. And when we are in Huntington, it's a big deal. It's something that they talk about, the families that have gotten their county to where it is today. And vendors, which they have that cool train ride and different events, and the theater has things going on down there. And I've watched over the last 8 years Huntington grow tremendously downtown, and it's fun to see like it kind of trickle down. It's trickling down into some other communities, and we just happen to be one of them.
Now, are there state agencies or Bureau of State Government that might come in and help a local town like Camden revitalize, tell you how to do things to make it more friendly to a business, to more shoppers and that sort of thing, or even grants? Are there even grants out there?
Yes, there are. The downtown grant is one we actually applied for this last round. It goes every 2 years, and myself, Miss Vicky, Mr. Pafford, Randy Shannon, and Heather Deckard Smith all worked on that grant, and it's awarded to, I forgot how many counties it is, 6 or 7 or so, and we had a great application. We had a video that showcased our downtown when we submitted it, but it was also a lot of towns that had had natural disasters also applied at that time, and quite a few of those got there, and we're so thankful that they got that, because they have more of a need than us right now, though we want to see our community be in that downtown program. Hopefully in the next round we'll get to reapply, and that allows you to go into the downtown program, which is a 2-year program that you go through with the state. You have a project that you work with the state on to help your downtown revitalize, and then that lets you apply for facade grants later in the future that can go from anywhere to, if a business needs new paint or a new sign, the state will help offset that cost.
And at this particular point in time, Katelyn, are you really trying to, we're going to get into more Christmas activities coming up, I promise, ladies and gentlemen, but at this particular point in time, are you really trying to get back going good after the pandemic?
We are, because, things changed. People still, especially during flu season, it's getting colder. People are still having trouble getting out because they still have that fear of COVID. So it has been still some adjusting. But I think everyone's kind of at that point too. It's like, okay, let's bring the fun back. What can we do to get everybody out going again?
Well, all right. I'll tell you what, let's do right now before we really get into the Christmas decoration and all the activities coming up. Let's take a break. Let's take a break for our friends at Apex Bank. We'll be back on the second portion of 7570. Stay with us.
Apex Bank wants to wish everyone a wonderful holiday season. It's a time to reflect and be thankful for what we have. Apex Bank wants to invite everyone to join them on Thursday, December the 15th for their annual open house at their downtown and 641 branches in Camden, along with their Big Sandy and Brewston locations. Stop by between 10 and 2 for refreshments and enjoy seeing friends and neighbors. Everyone at Apex wants to say thank you for your continued business, and they look forward to helping you with all of your banking needs in the future. Join the Apex family for open house on Thursday, December the 15th from 10 to 2 on Highway 641 North and West Main Street in Camden, and at the Big Sandy and Brewston locations. Happy holidays from Apex Bank.
We're back on this Saturday morning with Katelyn Spivey of the Camden Downtown Business Association. And before we talk Christmas, congratulations on that great event about a month ago, Halloween on the Square. My goodness, could it have been any finer?
Thank you. It was a lot. I think our crowd just gets bigger and bigger every year. We're estimating close to 5,000 by the time you count kids and parents and grandparents that come because they bring the whole family. It's a fun, safe event for our community, and we're already planning for next year. So it was good.
It really, really was. And let's just go ahead right now and talk about activities coming up. Here we are at the end of Thanksgiving, and next week, first days of December coming up. Tell me, what's planned for the Camden Court Square from the Camden Downtown Business Association, and when will all these things be ready to go?
So December 10th is a big day downtown and in Camden in general. We team up with the Benton County Chamber of Commerce for Christmas on the Square and the Christmas parade on the same day. It gives our community something that they can do. They can watch the parade, then go to the square and hang out for the evening. It's December and it's cold, so we understand that. So we make sure that our time that is out there is about 4 to 6 p.m. following the Christmas parade. And we have Santa. We are having something new this year, a live nativity. Crossroads Church is bringing part of their live nativity. We'll have a Christmas cruise in, the classic cars, and even there's a Jeep Club now that'll be coming to join us on the square this year. After the parade, we wanted to have a place for them because they work so hard on their vehicles getting them ready for the parade. We want them to be able to show them off, so we have a spot for them. There will be a food truck or two. Some other businesses have games, some vendors. Different churches are bringing their children's choir, their adult choir to sing some Christmas music on the square. So it'll be a fun afternoon, just kind of a relaxing time with your family after the parade, just to kind of fellowship with those in the community around you.
It's going to be a great, great day, of course. And can people or can groups or programs out there, churches? Can they still get involved with anything?
Yes, you can still get involved. The best way to get involved is to go to our Facebook page, Camden Downtown Business Association, and there's a form that you can fill out. It helps my sanity if you fill out the form, because I can export it to an Excel spreadsheet, and it just, everything flows more seamlessly than me getting a million messages. So I appreciate those that have went on already and have filled out those forms. And you just, it's simple, put your name, your email, your business, or your organization, and then I'll be in contact with you about where your setup is or what song you're going to be singing. And it's really been fun to see this play out. We've got a lot of involvement coming from our area churches. I've encouraged them. I said, bring something about your Christmas play and share it, because there's so much going on in Benton County during Christmas, and we want to go tell about it.
Yeah, and the live nativity, I'm looking forward to seeing some of the live nativity with our friends out at Crossroads doing that, as a matter of fact. They do a great job every year.
They do. It's been a favorite new Christmas tradition for my family. We look forward to going to that. I think it's going to fall December the 18th. I think that's that Saturday before Christmas. It's when they'll do their live nativity. So you'll get a sneak peek of that at Christmas on the Square, and then we hope you go out and see them again. That's a lot of hard work, and it's cold, and those kids put that on, and it's a great way to witness to the community.
Now we talk about the things coming up, some food trucks coming up, probably be some hot chocolate, of course.
Yes.
But so our friend Holly Meyer, she brings that great Holly Pop.
Yes.
She's going to be set up there.
She is. She's going to have the Holly Pop. We're excited to have her. I've heard so many great things about Miss Holly's popcorn. I know that Country and Western's going to be there with Mrs. Claus, Miss Wanda, and their putt-putt game. We've got some other vendors that are coming. I know, like during that morning, United Way is going to have their Jingle Bell Run that'll kick off from the Square. So there's going to be so much going on that you can just actually come to the Square, hang out all day. You can go visit with Miss Dawn, have something hot to eat in a warm place, and go run in the 5K or walk or cheer, something like that in your community. You can do all on the tent.
Now, I know last year, and I was up there, you had an official lighting of the Christmas tree. Are you doing that again?
Yes, we are planning to do that again. Probably right at dark before the event really ends, we'll do an official lighting of the tree. And that tree just, it really has been a great asset to the Square. We're not bringing the Santa house here this year just because of, it needs some remodeling. It has made lots of trips up and down 641 and just so we're going to be doing some remodeling on the house for next year. But we have a Letters with Santa box that's going to be coming to the Square that was made for us last year. Jeff Blyles made that for us, and we are so excited to bring that back, give the kids an opportunity to drop their letters off in front of that beautiful tree.
Yeah, I tell you what, we were talking before we went on the program this morning, and talking about all the decorations and still some things to do to get ready for the big event coming up. But what I call the archways, I don't know if that's a good term or not, but up there on the corner by Post Office, Larry Hicks up on that end, and at the opposite end down going toward Apex Bank and Old Hall Hardware, those really add, I think, to the inside of the Square.
They look really good. That was something we're like, what can we put on these corners? And I found those ornament arches, and I said this would be the perfect picture spot. And we have seen so many pictures on Facebook, have pictures sent to us of people going out and taking pictures by the arches and the trees, and that's what we wanted. We wanted our Square to be a focal point where people can go and take pictures with their family if they got people coming in for Christmas, something fun that they can do together.
How much of a challenge is it, maybe, Katelyn, for you and the other personnel, Vicki, Andrew, and everybody, and I'm leaving some folks out on that, but how much of a challenge is it to try to get the materials? You know, I'm talking about the garlands, the decorations, getting all that ready, and you've got to do that, I'm sure, weeks or months in advance.
Yes, it's a lot. We started ordering, we had to get through Halloween. We got through Halloween. We started ordering for Christmas decorations. This year we had enough funding to do every pole on the Square, and we had to get some new wreaths, new bows, new lights. And finding everything that matches has been hard, getting everything delivered in. Of course, with Black Friday sales, things like that, things went quickly, even ahead of time. So we've made some trips to Nashville. We've been able to get some things locally. We've been able to get some things at Lowe's, but it's difficult. Christmas decorations are very expensive, and you don't realize that till you start looking for them.
And like everybody else, I'm sure they've been caught up, with the supply chain, things like that, and they've had to increase cost, I'm sure, like every product has, every manufacturer out there with the things and the shipping, things like that. And it can be a challenge.
It can, and also, the city has a lot of things going on too, and they've been so willing to have people out there working and putting those decorations up. And they had 2 crews going, putting those up, and they'll have more this week getting those together. The county's been so generous with their maintenance men putting up our arches. They have some reindeer to put up next week. I hadn't told them that yet, so if you're listening, they'll know that now. But it's been a joint effort, and it's been really rewarding to see it pay off.
Why do you do it? Why do you do this, Katelyn? You don't have to do it, but why do you and these fine folks get involved?
We love our community. We want to see our community come together, and it's something, selfishly, I think of my kids. You know, I want my kids to want to call this home. I want them to be proud of where they call home. I want them to have opportunities to go to things in their own community and get excited about it. You know, it takes a lot of people to do these things, and there's other organizations that are doing things too within themselves to promote the holiday season, to promote togetherness. Like Studio 18 does such a great job of coordinating the Benton County Tennessee Lights Facebook page. You can go on that page and you can look, and you can they have a thread of everyone that has Christmas lights. And they post the pictures, and you can go on there and you can look. Then they have prizes for the best decorated residential property in Benton County, and you can go through. So you're wanting something to do with your kids, you've got it. You can go look at Christmas lights, and they do such a great job of coordinating that, putting it together. And we do it because we love our community.
And at the same time, it's a fun thing, very festive. Everybody gets into the holiday spirit, of course. And at the same time, this is fun. And when you have folks, like different churches up there, maybe singing, a Crossroads group up there with Nativity, it really brings home that, yes, we're having fun, but there's really a much more significant meaning.
Yes.
And we really want people at the same time to understand what the season is all
Yes,
about.
the season, it is Christmas. It is about Jesus Christ, and I'm so thankful that we live in a community that is not afraid to shout that from the rooftops about what Christmas is about. And our churches are pulling together to get that message out there in so many different ways. And I'm thankful for them, the willingness of them to come out and do that. One thing I noted too that I thought was really neat on the square is at the gazebo over by Craig's, there's a remembrance tree to remember those loved ones that aren't with us this season. And the individuals that put that together, we're thankful for them doing that, because for Christmas is a hard season for a lot of people. But when you have that promise of forever with Jesus Christ, it makes it a little easier to bear.
Absolutely. Well, you said that you'd had some notes, some things you really wanted to stress this morning. What's some things we haven't talked about, Katelyn, that's important to let the public know?
We have the 5K, we talked about that. I've told you about those Christmas lights, 10 lights with Studio 18, so be sure to be checking them out on Facebook. The fair has their vendor event that's going to be coming up. I think it's on the 18th as well. I could be wrong on my dates there, but it's the Saturday before Christmas, and they have a lot of fun events for the kids that are be going on. Lots of last-minute Christmas shopping you can get done there with some vendors that come to our area. Some are local, some come into our area, bring some great things for the kids. Also, Shop with the Cops going on too. They had a 5K for that this morning. You can still donate to that. Eva has their Christmas parade next week. So on the 3rd, they'll kick off from the high banks and go to Eva Beach, and so that'll be a fun time. Another thing with Christmas on the Square is we have a wagon parade, and you can sign up. That sign up will open up on Monday, and it is for kids where, they may not have a float to ride on in the parade, or you may not have time to get together a float, but you have time to get together a wagon that your kid can pull through. It goes with the same theme as the big parade, and so it is a Candyland Christmas, and we're excited about that. It'll go just around the inner circle of the square following the big parade.
And next week, Eva's parade's next week down there. And also, I think next week, of course, Benton County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Christopher and all the fine personnel up there, they have their deal that's coming up in the month mid-December. I forget the date, up at New Beginnings Church, their toy drive. But I think they're going to be collecting toys next week at Walmart, as a matter of fact. And maybe the day before, maybe Friday. I want to say they're at cash sale. Well, let me double check that.
Yeah, there's just so many things that are going on in our community and ways to give back. They say that December, November is the season of giving, but it's really an all year thing. That there's so many ways you can give, and we encourage you to do that. Right now, our community pulls together in so many different ways to help the kids for Christmas, and the city, the county. You can give if you're looking for a way to give. We can get you in touch with the right people to do that.
Yeah, Allison sent me this note the other day from the Sheriff's Department. We are accepting toys and coach right now for our program. Cash Express right here on West Main Street. They're going to be doing a Fill the Patrol car. That's coming up December 2nd, partnering with the Benton County Sheriff's Office and Cash Express right down here, of course, on West Main Street. And they will be wanting you to fill up the patrol car with toys to help those. And also Walmart the next day, which will be December 3rd. They will be taking toy donations out there from 10 to 3. And their event, their toy giveaway is coming up on December 15th between 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the New Beginnings Church up here just off of South Forest. And, of course, for information on that, contact anybody at the Sheriff's Office.
Yes. So I love seeing our community pull together for this time of year. And, you know, like I said earlier, there's something to do every weekend in December. If it's a church Christmas play, if it's a parade, you know, there's still cookies with Santa's going to be coming up, some pictures with Santa, different things. At the fair, they're going to have arts and crafts and games, just like a Christmas on the Square. We're going to have games and activities for the kids to do, fun events that you can do with your entire family.
I know the Fair Association down there have been 2 or 3 events around Halloween, prior to Halloween, and arts and crafts and different things down there. I was down there before Halloween, saw the great things down there.
Yeah, Katelyn Weatherly does a great job of pulling together the Arts and Crafts Festival down there in the vendor event. She's got vendors from all over that come in. I was there last weekend, got my cranberry jalapeno pepper jelly that Becky Busby made and some hair clips, and I had to keep my kids from going to the other side to where they saw the toys that we had gotten the last time that we were there. They've had a chili cook-off. You know, our fairgrounds are such a our fair association works so hard for our community, and the fairgrounds is multi-purpose. We've got, you know, the big building we use for all the arts and crafts and stuff, and the canned goods during the fair, and now it can be used for these vendor events that are indoor. It allows the fairgrounds to be used all year round. So it's been our community's working hard. That board works really hard to do things right here.
And I know they're already planning, you and the fine folks, Kathy and everybody down at the fair, already planning to go to the State Fair convention, I guess, in January.
Yeah, it's sneaking up on us, and that's always fun to show off what our fair's doing, to get new ideas for next year. You know, we're getting close to our 100th year, so we've got some fun things that we're getting together now so that we'll be ready when that big day is here.
Katelyn, I know another activity you are involved with, and we had you down at Cash Savers a week ago yesterday for their food drive partnership with Cash Savers and Second Harvest. You are on the board of directors of Second Harvest of Middle Tennessee, and it's also important this time of year to stress the great things to the folks at Second Harvest, Donna and everybody out there doing a great job out there with Second Harvest, and this can be a very trying time for people, food needs for people.
It can. You know, when I became involved with Second Harvest, I did not realize how many people I knew that were hungry. I had it in my mind it was homeless people, people that didn't have jobs. No, Second Harvest feeds the hungry of people that are working 3 jobs and they're still barely getting by. They fill in that gap that is such needed in every community, and it's an honor to be able to be I'm the West Tennessee representative, so I represent our area, and specifically Benton County and where our distribution center is here, but I'm a voice because things that in West Tennessee aren't the same as Middle Tennessee, and to voice that there about how do we feed the people here and get the word out about Second Harvest and the purpose of the organization of Feeding Hope.
Just how does the warehouse here in Camden, we've had 4 or 5 years now out here in the industrial park, Katelyn, how does that fit in with the overall, under the umbrella of Second Harvest?
So the distribution center in Camden helps 14 counties in West Tennessee. Our partner agencies are able to come to Benton County and get necessary items that they need. They have like a shopping area there. We have shifts that are worked where they are dividing up everything from canned goods to in the frozen area. You can go in a cooler that is the size of a basketball court and divide up frozen foods that go out into the communities, their backpack programs. It's all goes right here in our area, and here in West Tennessee, that distribution center allows us to reach more people that couldn't have been reached before.
And what is it, $1 every dollar? 4 meals?
That's right. And so it's a great way to give, you can give monetary donations or give in your time, because they always need volunteers to come out and help sort food, because they have, I can't remember the exact number of staff members that they have on site in Camden at all times, but when they have volunteer shifts in, they can have up to like 10 people, sometimes more, and think of what 10 people can do in 2 hours. And it allows them to feed a lot more people by the hands and feet of other people.
And the resources of Second Harvest, not just here in Benton County, but also in Nashville. And by the way, is there a warehouse similar to this outside of Nashville? Is there another Second Harvest
Yes.
warehouse somewhere?
So I'll actually go there this week for a board meeting, and it's don't get me lying about Nashville. I do not know my way around, but it is a very similar setup to our distribution center here. They use all space that they can to make sure they have plenty of room for food and minimal space for working, because the mission is to feed the people.
And the question, my original question, when I got off track a little bit there, but what I started to say, the resources of Second Harvest, I mean, they've been brought as far down as you can because of everything that's happened, you know, again, the pandemic and, you know, the disasters and, of course, people outside of the Second Harvest region. They've been helping with disasters in other parts of the
Yes.
South and across the nation.
Yes, if there is a place that they can help, they go and help because they have the ability to do that. And it's so fortunate that we can go out and help other people because, you know, we're a branch of Feeding America, and our organization works so hardly to continue to feed those that are in need. So if they can go in and fill a gap where there's a need, they're definitely going to do that. And our CEO, Miss Nancy, works very hard to make sure we have a presence where in every area that's needed.
Now, the event a week ago yesterday out at Cass Saver, very successful. Glad to be out there 3 or 4 hours with that event. And they still have a box. They still have a box for food item collections out
Yes.
there.
You can donate to at Cash Saver right now, and you know, just going through and grabbing those staple items that have a great shelf life. Peanut butter is always a need, and that's something, you know, it's got a good source of protein. They can give it out to our partner agencies, and in February there's a peanut butter jelly drive. But grab an extra box of cereal, grab some pasta, some peanut butter. When you leave, stick it in that box when you go by Cash Saver. Cash Saver is so great to give back to our community and allow organizations to come in and like Second Harvest and be a voice with them.
Absolutely, and you can go to their Facebook page, your main website, of course, and if we see you on the street, if people wants to know how to give, just give you a donation,
Yeah.
you'll be glad to get it to
Yes,
the right
I'll be glad to
people.
get it to the right people.
Absolutely. Katelyn, what are we missing this morning? What else do we
You know-
need to stress this morning about Christmas on the Square coming up, Second Harvest, or anything at all?
We've covered a lot of ground, but I guess what I could say, Flash, is to have success in our events like Christmas on the Square, Halloween on the Square, the Benton County Christmas Parade. For those things to be successful, we have to have participation by the community. So different clubs, groups, put a float in the parade. The theme is Christmas, Candy Lane Christmas. You can call Lori up at the chamber. She can get you the form emailed it to you. You can stop by and sign up with her. A big turnout of the parade is fun for all. That's something that you can go sit there with your family in your vehicle. The parade comes up. It's exciting to see the kids get excited. It's exciting for your kids to be in the parade if they have the opportunity to do that. We encourage you to get with organizations and participate. Same thing with Christmas on the Square. We want you to come out and hang out with us. It's 2 hours. Bring your business up there. It's a great way to get the name out, get your business's name out, your organization, to share that mission that you're doing there. Participation, that's the big thing. If you're decorating for Christmas this year with your lights, be part of the Benton County 10 Lights program page on Facebook. Donate to Shop the Cop. Just participate. There's so many things, and I could go on and on, but take the time to participate in things the community's doing, because Christmas, we wanted to focus this year of everything that's going on is for our community and the people that call it home.
And if people have suggestions, if they have thoughts or ideas how to even make this even bigger and better in the coming years, you'd be receptive to hearing those ideas.
Yes, because we always love to hear ideas. It may be something that we haven't thought about before. It may be something, hey, if you have a better idea of us doing this, we'd love to hear some feedback from the community, because like we've talked earlier, we're all involved in so many different things. This is not our full-time job to put things on like this. We do this early in the morning, late at night, Sunday afternoons. We're out doing things to get things together for this, but we'd love any help that you have to give, and donations are always accepted, and time, we love for the support there too.
And I know you being raised up there in the southern part of Benton County, near the Decatur County line, those friends in Decatur County, they're going to the state championship football game next week.
They are, and Heather Deckard-Smith's nephew, Cole, he is going to help lead them the way. We're excited for them. You know, I had some of Seth's family played for Huntington. Of course, Cole played for Riverside, so we were keeping up with the score last night to see what the score was going to be. So we're excited. It's the first time in their school history they are going to the state championship. So that's big just for our area.
Absolutely, absolutely. And good luck to Riverside next week as they try to bring back the golden ball to West Tennessee. And congratulations to the Mustangs. They had a great season as well this year.
Yes. You know, football, we're in some football towns right around here, and the morale that you see in Huntington and Riverside with games like that, you know, I was keeping up on Facebook last night trying to see what was going on, because it's a hype. That's the best word, I guess, to put it, is it's what all is going on.
And also some friends over at McKenzie. McKenzie won their game last night, so they're going to a state championship next weekend as well.
They
so
are.
Good luck to the Rebels.
And Seth, thank you, Seth, for sending in. He's sending in this is from the Eva Fire Department, a cold weather fire prevention tip he wanted me to share, to make sure your chimneys are clean. So that, you know, it's getting cold weather. We may be getting a bad winter from what we hear. And so support your local fire departments too this season, because, you know, when there's anything that's going on in the community, them along with our rescue squads are out helping, and they need your support, but they want to prevent all these things that get them out. So make sure your chimneys are clean this season as you're getting ready to light your fireplace.
Absolutely, and that'd be a good program. We could have David and Seth in,
Yes.
Jeff from Camden, you know, talk about, good winter safety tips
Yes,
when you're
that
using
would.
Home heating things, you know, chimneys, stoves, things like that.
Yes.
We've done that before. We'll see if we can do that in the next few weeks.
That would be a good show to listen to for sure.
Katelyn, always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Keep all those kids in line today, the entire family. And I know you still got some observances to go to the remainder of this weekend, and we just want to wish everybody, if you're still enjoying Thanksgiving this weekend with the family and friends, please be safe and happy, and get ready, and we'll wish everybody a very Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. We'll see you December 10th.
Katelyn Spivey, ladies and gentlemen, from the Camden Downtown Business Association, our guest this morning on Operation 7570. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a great rest of the day. UT football at Vanderbilt tonight. That broadcast gets underway late this afternoon, and then the kickoff for UT and Vandy. We hope you'll stay tuned for that throughout the day on WRJB. We'll see you next Saturday morning.
Apex Bank wants to wish everyone a wonderful holiday season. It's